This short webinar will cover a few tips and tricks that you can access today as a Sage CRM license holder. Even if you're using Sage CRM on a daily basis, you might not know that you can access these features. This quick series will cover some tips and tricks that you can access today to improve your efficiency and experience using your Sage CRM software. Although there are many options and features in Sage CRM, I'll cover the areas that are shown on the screen. We'll start off with the overview of templates. Have you ever sent an email out to a client in a rush and typed in the wrong name? Maybe the incorrect address? Well, this happens to the most of us, I promise. With the hundreds of emails that we're writing today, it's almost guaranteed that we'll make mistakes. With templates, you can save a significant amount of time, whether you're trying to send a personalized email to many different customers, or even if you're trying to speed up contract data entry for a new client, you can benefit from using predefined templates just in a few clicks from your CRM system. It takes the information that's already present in CRM and inserts it directly on a template. This can reduce a lot of human error. There are two types of templates in Sage CRM. You have your document templates and email templates. The purpose of the template is to minimize the amount of repetitive typing and use data references to automatically fill in customer-specific information. An example of a document template could be to address labels for a mailout, and an email one could be an automatic order confirmation email. If you're an administrator or you're an info manager with the document template right, you can create these. You just need to navigate to the administration area, email and document, and choose your email template button or your document template button. Your system comes with a predefined list of email templates. You can choose to modify an existing template by clicking on it and modifying the existing fields, or you can even create a new one by using the new button on the screen. You first start by entering a template name. You choose the correct entity that you will use to email out of. The from, you enter your subject, and from here you can modify the text and the layout of your email. To insert new fields into your email, you can choose the embedded fields from the list. You can now save this email template and use it live in your system. I had created my email template from a person record, so to use it, I'll click New Email while I'm on my person record, and I will choose the template. The email is automatically pre-populating the merge fields that I had chosen. You can then send the email to your client. Document templates are created equally. You can create them by going to Document Templates in your administration area. You can either choose an existing template, or you could create a new one by adding a Word file. From Word, there is the additional benefit to add images, have better formatting, more font options, etc. You can open the Word template and put in your merge fields. Once you finish your Word file, you can save it and then you can upload it to your server. To upload your file, you can drag and drop, or you can use the Add File button. You choose the type, the category, the status. If you wanted to add a team, a default category, or even make it available to others. You then need to specify the entity in which your new Word to Merge document will be used. From your opportunity screen, you can do the mail merge by going to Document and clicking either Merge to Word or Merge to PDF. Once you click one of these buttons, you'll see all of the available merge docs that you can use. You click on the one that you want to use, can merge and continue to see the results. You can use the Web to Lead function in Sage CRM to have your website talk to your CRM system. For example, at BAASS, we use it for our sales process. Leads come in from our web page are automatically assigned to a sales rep. The sales rep get a notification when a new lead is created. This makes a fast and easy process. To access the Web to Lead area in Sage CRM, you can navigate to Admin, Customization, and Lead. From here, you use the Web to Lead tab. You can click Change to edit the default configuration settings and click Save. For more information, see Web to Lead configuration settings. Click the Web to Lead HTML. From here, the Web Lead HTML is displayed. The key material is grouped in the Create Action function. You can copy this HTML from this screen to your corporate website so that your customers can create leads in Sage CRM through your website. The raw HTML copied from the Web Lead HTML screen creates basic form for capturing lead information. You can enter test data and click Save and Submit. It's almost a requirement now to access your CRM system on the go. With Sage CRM, you have the ability to access CRM data from your mobile device. The Sage CRM application does exist. You can download it from the application store if your company has chosen to implement the functionality. The out-of-the-box application does show you some information, but not all. You can see the company data, the customer information. However, you don't have the ability to go through workflows using the application unless you have certain customizations. However, you can always access CRM from a mobile browser. To access CRM from mobile, you use your Google Chrome and visit the external URL from your system. This will default to the CRM mobile theme, which scales nicely on a small screen but does not allow the full access to the system. If the mobile theme is not fulfilling for your needs, you can always click on the hamburger menu and select Request Desktop Site while on the logon screen. This will bypass the mobile interface and give the user the full experience as they would see on a computer. CRM will, however, not scale as nicely for the small screen, but using pinch gestures, you can zoom in and out as needed. You have the ability to configure personal dashboards, regardless of if your company uses a company dashboard. You may need to see different information at a glance, and you should be able to see it if it does exist in your system. A regular user can create a personal dashboard by clicking on the New Dashboard button on the Dashboard tab. A user could use this feature to get a view of full stock features like their appointments, their tasks, and notifications. They might even want to generate a specific report to show on their personal dashboard. Users can choose whether or not they want a flexible layout or a fixed layout. They can name their dashboard however they choose and add a description. They can pre-select information that they would like to see on their dashboard. Another cool feature about your dashboard is that you're able to print this. A CRM system, and any system for that matter, is only as good as the data you put in. It doesn't matter that you have the state-of-the-art platforms at your fingertips if they're not fed with good data in a timely manner. You'll get very little out of them. It's garbage in, garbage out. But as importantly, once you have a good process in place for data to flow in a timely and accurate manner, you need a way to visualize it and use it. Only then you can achieve the true potential of any system. This is even more true with CRM since it holds data that is vital to your business and must be both accurate and quickly available. I will only briefly cover how to run reports here, as I'm going to be focusing on how to create a report that already exists and to clone it. In Sage CRM, the report dropdown is located at the top of the screen, and it allows you to do a report category or to see them all. The report categories are a great way to organize your reports and are very easy to create. You simply click on the report link from the All Report Category screen, and you'll see a New Report Category button. Once you are in a report category, you'll see a list of reports that you can use. Let's say you want to modify an existing report, but you don't want to lose that report data. You can click on Edit, and from this screen, you can always use the Clone button. You can give it a new name and save. From this screen, you can add different report contents to the original report, and you can even add search criteria, group bys, or sort on. Your report is now available in the category that you choose to save it in. You can now run this report with the data. You've most likely heard about this one, but if you haven't, it's definitely a needed tool. The Outlook integration lets you attach your emails directly into CRM. You can tag them against companies, persons, but more interestingly, you can even link them directly to opportunities and cases. It's easy to download and install, and you can start using it today. You can even see if an email has already been filed to Sage CRM by looking at the banner on top of the email. Instead of using reports, did you know that you can use the search functionality in Sage CRM to export information? Using the Export File button available on Sage CRM Find screens and group screens, users can export data in CSV, text, and Excel. Sage CRM provides a very powerful security mechanism to restrict users from accessing confidential data from non-admin users and make it available only for managers and administrators. You can also create an export file using groups. You can create your group and add the correct filters, and it will add the exact columns that you see up in your grid. You can use the Export to Excel button on the right-hand side. You might not like using your mouse, or maybe you just don't want to take your hands off the keyboard. Well, you don't really have to with these simple hotkeys. You can navigate to Sage CRM without using a mouse. You can keep your keyboard hotkeys instead. The hotkeys that are available depend on the Sage CRM page that is open. The hotkeys in the Find screen are the ones below for finding records and clearing filter criteria. The Summary screen hotkeys, where you can edit, navigate to previous, run your summary report, open Sage CRM help documents, save records, and cancel. You also have your calendar hotkeys. These ones can provide changing calendar view into list, opening your new task screen, opening a new appointment screen, and opening a new email screen. You can find a list of all hotkeys by navigating to help.sagecrm.com.
We're often asked questions about how we can add additional information to SageCRM by adding custom fields or custom values into drop-down menus, and also how we could export data from CRM. So let's start with adding a custom value. We're going to go to Administration, Customization, in this case, Company. Maybe we want to record the company's official Twitter account. So we say New, we give it a name, and a caption. A length and an entry width, which would be the maximum number of characters allowed, and how many characters it will be displayed on the screen. If we wanted a default value in the field, we would list it out here. In this case, that would not make sense. And we don't want to be able to search by this value. Otherwise, if we do put it in and leave that unchecked, we would be able to search by the Twitter account in Quick Find. In this case, we're going to check that to be excluded. We're going to save the field. Now this is a regular text field in the company entity. Once that's been saved, we need to add it to a screen so that it actually displays in the system. So we're going to choose the Screens tab. If we're not certain which entity or which screen here we want to add it to, we can choose inline customization, then go back to our screen. In this case, we want to add this into the summary screen. So we're going to navigate to a company and the company's summary screen, and now we have the option to customize the screen here. This is great because you can also see the screen while you're customizing, so it's easy to place the field where you want it. So you say customize screen. You find your field. And add it to the list. At this point, it's going to add it as the last field on the screen after credit limit here on a new line, which would be below group code. Let's say that we want it to be a little bit higher. Maybe we want it to display above territory. So we can move it up in the list by using the arrow keys. So then we can go ahead and save. And we can now see that we have the Twitter field right there. We're just going to turn off the inline customization. Like so. Come back to the company. We have our Twitter field. We can click change. We can enter data into it. And save. Alright, so we can see that the account has been saved here. Another common question is, how do we add a drop-down value, or a new value rather, into a drop-down menu? To demonstrate that, we are gonna go to the people or person entity. I'm gonna click on our contact person. And let's say in our gender here, we have male or female. Maybe we want to add in non-binary. So we're going to cancel that. We're going to come back to our administration area. We are, in this case, going to go back to customization. Choose person. Find the gender. And click on selection. These shows the values that are available, and we can add a new translation. Non-binary. It needs a code. It's important that we don't put special characters or spaces into our codes. So we're going to write it non-binary without any spaces or hyphen. I'm going to click add. It adds it into the list. If we wanted to move it around in the list, we can. And then we click save. Then we can come back to our person. I'm going to use our recent menu to come to our person. Hit change. And the new value in gender is now visible, and we can pick the correct pronoun for this or gender for this individual and save. The last thing we're going to show here is how we can add additional fields to a data export. One way of exporting data would be to use the find screen. If we just use a blank find here as an example to search for everything, or we can shorten that area down a little bit and just find all companies starting with an A. We have 79 companies, but we only export the fields that's showing in this grid. So what if we wanted to export the custom field that we added to company earlier for Twitter account? To do that, we would go to administration, customization, company, lists, company grid, find the field, right there, add, and save. If we now come back to the find screen, we can see that we have the Twitter field showing in that grid. We can search for our test company, which is the only company that actually has some data in there. And we can then export to file, export that out to an Excel file, and gather that data in the export.
We covered a lot in this session. You might have some additional questions for us, or even if you just want to discuss other functionalities or additional education that you may require, please feel free to contact us today.